am here in Peru meeting Alan, and you are from Hawaii.
Yes, yes. Yeah, my name is Alan Nagahisa, and I'm an Aikido teacher there. I have a dojo called the Aikido Ohana, and Ohana in Hawaii means family. Okay, and this is the concept of this martial art, that the founder's idea is to make all human beings one family. Yeah, and Ohana, we have many people from all different places, but we become family, by learning to respect each other and treating each other in practice, without violence, with a caring attitude. So everyone feels safe practicing Aikido.
So it brings people closer to each other.
Yes, yes, yes.
And if it's not for, could I train Aikido? Is it for any type of body type?
Anyone can train in Aikido. At my dojo, we start children as early as 6 years old. And our oldest member was 88.
When he or she started?
He started when he's 85. So he started late, and he adapted well and was very inspirational to the club.
Wow. And is it your club in Hawaii?
Yes. I'm the head instructor there. And it's called a dojo, the training place. But the word dojo is a Sanskrit name, which means the place of enlightenment. So it is much more than just a physical workout. Okay? It is for training a person's mind, body, and spirit. And the dojo is not limited to the four walls or the four corners of our mat area. The real dojo is outside of that four corners. The world is our dojo. So this is where we seek enlightenment through our practices. Yeah? And as well as the exterior world, there's the interior world. Okay? What do you call this? The temple of the soul. Okay? This inner dojo also is a place where we train. So it's not just techniques to throw each other.
Right. So I guess you have to be very connected with your temple and the world, and be very present.
Yes. Our practice always begins with courtesy and respect. We ask our partner, onegaishimasu, which means please help me, please practice with me, please trust me. So it has many meanings. And when we finish practice, we always say, domo arigatou gozaimashita, which means thank you very much. So it is not a contest. It is not a match. It is an activity where both parties benefit. Both will gain from interaction.
And how did you get into the work?
My father, I asked my dad, I wanted to learn martial art. So he took me to the Noano YMCA, where he knew someone that had taught Aikido. And the first time I saw it, I knew this is for me.
And how old were you then?
I was 13, and I've been, at it ever since. It's a work in progress. Yes.
And how often do you practice, or is it a state? Is it a being, an awareness that you are in? It's a lifestyle, I suppose.
It is a 24/7 training, yeah. But the actual practice of dojo is twice a week. Yeah, we are in Honolulu, and we have classes. We have 5 classes a night, from children to beginners, intermediate, advanced, weapons training. So we have a varied schedule.
So if there's someone that is watching this now that has a calling that, wow, this sounds interesting, can they come to Honolulu? Can they find this all over the world? Or
you can visit us at our website, aikidoohana.com or aikidoohana.org. Let me tell you what Aikido means to me. You know,
yes,
okay. The three characters Aikido. I means harmony and love. Okay. Ki means spirit, the universal force, and Do is the road or path or way. So the three characters together can mean the way to harmony with the universe. Like in Star Wars, the Force be with you. You know, to live in harmony with this universal heart. And the practices always work to harmonize whatever situation is presented to us. In a physical sense, when someone's attacking you in practice, there is no malice, there's no anger in doing a technique. You know, we learn to accept and resolve conflicts in a peaceful way, where both parties feel like they have gained something by the encounter.
so if someone is really attacking you on the street, how can that balance be for that person?
To show the person that what he's doing is wrong, yeah, and it doesn't mean that you have the right to hurt them or kill them. You know, they may be having a bad day, yeah, out of harmony. So if you inflict anger and violence against them, it only makes them more angry and violent. So the idea in Aikido is to embrace them with love. Yeah. So it is a very art of forgiveness. You know, where you work to understand where this person is coming from, yeah, and forgive them for attempting some kind of violence against you. Okay.
Because there's always something behind. There's always something causing that violence.
Yes, something is out of balance. Yeah, something's out of balance. So if you can help this person with just a hug and understanding. You have gained more than just beating them up.
And I suppose they get very surprised as well.
Yes.
Being met like that.
Mm-hmm. This martial art that I practice, I consider it to be a new age martial art, in that the concepts that I practice is one of reconciliation rather than violence. You know, in the past, an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. You know, in this age, there'll be many blind and toothless people if you follow this principle. Especially in this nuclear age, we cannot afford to strike back with violence. So there must be more understanding. Yeah, there must be more acceptance. There must be a willingness to work together. Yeah, this is very important, so that everyone wins. Yeah. If one is selfish and only expects their point of view or their wishes to be granted, then someone else will be unhappy. You know, so it is a give and take. Yeah.
And you came here to Peru now for 12-12-12.
Yes.
Why?
Why did I come here?
What called you to come here?
It's an inner calling, as everyone here is present. Yeah. I am here to add to the light. I'm here to be part of this process of change, you know, for better. And this I believe, So I'm committed to that.
And you said that you were gonna show some Aikido moves. Is that how I call it? Aikido moves?
Yes. Without excuse me, without a dojo, it's sometimes difficult, but concepts. I can show you concepts.
Yeah, I would really love to see it, as long as you don't hurt me.
I won't throw you too high.
Yeah, I would be very thankful for that.
Just as an example, you hold out your finger, okay? Your point of view, my point of view, yeah? And if we are inflexible and we are not able to negotiate, we'll have broken fingers eventually if we start pushing. Yeah? But if we can learn to harmonize and blend, so that I understand your point of view and you understand mine, and I learn something from you, yeah, and it's a mutual kind of growing, yeah. Whereas if you just with violence, being hard-headed, I can say, nobody wins,
Right.
yeah. So it is I guess, a mental concept where you learn to have a more loving acceptance of everything that's presented to you in life, yeah. And sometimes the hardest and the most difficult situations that presented to you become your best teachers, yeah. And most people will resist or run away or avoid, yeah. So they only will experience it again later on down the road. So, yeah. So if you're not if you don't have the courage to try to work it out, to try to learn from situations, the willingness to change, then you will always be encountering problems and being unhappy. Yeah.
So if you're in conflict with someone, or some people feel hate towards someone else, or they are not, they have a conflict. How do they bring that acceptance to themselves, to allow everyone to be the way they are?
Yes. You cannot change anyone, but you can change yourself. You can change your attitude towards people out there that are, maybe not to your liking. Yeah. So it's all about changing your viewpoint and not forcing them to change to yours.
Right. But sometimes it's hard, because we human beings want to be right.
That's why we're here on earth. We're here to practice. Yeah. One difference between Aikido is that we have a practice along with the philosophy of harmony. There's a physical training that is a metaphor of that. In that, if you fight against your partner, if you try to beat them up or win, it becomes a very unhappy situation. Yeah. So it's a conscious effort to harmonize with that person, and allow them to express themselves, okay, and be skillful enough not to be hurt by their release of their negativity. Yeah. It's easy to hurt somebody. It's harder not to. So it takes more effort and more training to come to that. And that's why we do it. It's a fun activity in that there's always growing. There's always discovery. And the fundamental spirit in which we train is joy. It is very difficult to understand this, but a martial art that we are joyfully practicing. Maybe the traditional martial art ideas in a dojo where they're all strict and and beating each other up, and at our dojo, yes, the main priority is practice with joy.
That's great, beautiful, and I love what Aikido meant when you said the meaning of it. I think it's very beautiful. Is there something else you want to tell us about it, or share with the viewers?
I think that anyone practicing Aikido will benefit from it. It makes their family life better. Mm-hmm. It makes their work life better. You know, it makes their spiritual life better. In that you come from a place of joy and love. It's a great strength, you know, where so many people are empty. So whenever something occurs, you know, they will react with extremes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So having this fount of love, whatever happens, you can smile and accept it. Mm. Yeah.
What a freedom is what I hear. Freedom and peace.
I believe that's what human beings, their natural state should be at, you know, rather than being unhappy and fighting all the time, you know. So Aikido has a message for the world, to have this love and respect for all things in nature. Yeah. Starting with the self, yeah, mm-hmm. The inner dojo, yeah, the family, the workplace, the community, the world, mm-hmm. you know. So it is a vast, encompassing field of study. And for myself, you know, I still have a lot of fun doing this art, you know, and I'll do it for the rest of my life. Mm. It's something that I've come to this world to learn and to practice, you know.
Great. Thank you so much, Alan, for sharing.
Yes.
Really.
Sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.